Hi, welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Minutia. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and today is a very exciting day because I am announcing my very first readathon. Obviously, I have participated in many readathons, as you would notice from many of my TBRs, and I have been co-host in quite a few readathons, but this is the first readathon that is one that originated completely from me. I have been planning this readathon in my brain since last June. So it's been like creeping up on a year. By the time this readathon starts, it'll have been like 11 months since I thought of it. But because I wanted May to be in the title, I had to wait. As you might have seen from the thumbnail, this readathon is LM Montgomery, and it is going to be a month-long readathon celebrating LM Montgomery. LM Montgomery is known very well for her Anne of Green Gables book / series. A lot of people only read the first book or maybe the first and second book and never continue, but that is actually an 8-book series. All of them are really good, and she's gone on to write quite a few other series and duologies, and so I just wanted to take a month to celebrate LM Montgomery and her writing. She's probably one of my favorite authors because I just love the way not only that she writes character and faith and humor, but really one of my biggest draws to her is the way that she writes nature. So to read an LM Montgomery book and be kind of immersed in LM Montgomery during the spring just feels so perfect to me. So let's talk about the readathon itself. LM Montgomery will be hosted by myself, obviously, Deea from Novel Idea, Chelsea from Voyage of a Time Wanderer, Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day, and Courtney from Courtney Reads. So I'm really excited to have all of these ladies surrounding me and joining in with me to celebrate LM Montgomery for the month of May. So this readathon takes place from May 1st through May 31st. And honestly, if you read anything by LM Montgomery, then I'm pretty sure that counts as you participating. But we do have some fun ways that you can participate as well. We have a group read, we have a bingo board, we have some lives that we have scheduled, so I'm just gonna go over those. So to start out with, our group read is Kilmeny of the Orchard, which is an LM Montgomery I have never read. We decided to choose this one because we wanted to choose one that was a standalone, that wasn't part of a series or a duology, so that way it didn't feel like you had to get another book in there. But that is our group read, which I am super excited about. I don't know very much about it, to be totally honest. I think one of our co-hosts, Deea, I think is the only one who has read this one, and the rest of us I don't think have. So we're all really excited to be diving into an LM Montgomery that we have not read before. I usually have books that I mention in my videos linked in the description of the video in case you want to find those particular books. So I will have a link for Kilmeny, but also I just wanted to let you know as well that Kilmeny is actually available on Project Gutenberg, which I don't know if you have not used Project Gutenberg before. It is a website that has free ebooks of all kinds of public domain books. So Kilmeny of the Orchard is on Project Gutenberg, and you can actually send these documents to your Kindle and then read it on your Kindle. So that is a great way to be able to access this book if maybe your library doesn't have it or you have difficulties finding it other ways. I will have like an Amazon link below and then also the Project Gutenberg link as well. We'll also have discussion for Kilmeny of the Orchard and just LM Montgomery in general on my Discord channel, which will be linked in the description as well. So that way you can find that. We'll have like a little place where you can kind of introduce yourself, maybe share your TBR for the month. And then we'll also have like a channel that is just specifically for Kilmeny of the Orchard discussions. So the group read is actually one of the squares on our bingo board, which I should have on the screen now. So I'll just go through the prompts really quick. I think that they're pretty self-explanatory. We chose prompts that were not all entirely book related because we didn't want to inundate people with here's 7 prompts or 20 prompts or whatever, so many prompts for the month of May because it is only 1 month. So we have a couple of reading prompts, and then we actually have quite a few kind of life prompts, if you will, things that you can just do in your regular life. So starting at the top corner is to read a book or a poem that is referenced by Anne. Anne obviously loves to quote poetry, recite poetry, all of that kind of stuff. So if you can find any book or poem or whatever that is referenced by Anne somewhere in the Anne of Green Gables series, then that counts for that prompt. The next prompt is to read a short story written by LM Montgomery. Again, there are so many of her short stories on Project Gutenberg. So I'll link some of the short story collections from there as well if you want to kind of peruse that, because that's a quick way to find one little short story to read by her. The next prompt is to watch an adaptation, and there are actually quite a few. I am very, very familiar, of course, with the Anne of Green Gables series that came out, I think it was in the 80s with Megan Follows. I love, love, love the first two of those adaptations. We don't talk about the third one because they just did their own thing, so I don't really get that, but that's okay. I love the first two, and I was much more familiar with those adaptations long before I read the books. So those are an option. And then also there are like the Road to Avonlea TV series, and there's other, different shows and things that are available on different platforms. We are talking about doing a watch along of an episode of Road to Avonlea, which I've never watched, which would be super fun. I think it's available. I think the first episode is available on Gazebo for free, and then you have to pay for the rest of them. But if that's something that you'd be interested in joining in and maybe doing a group watch, comment that on this video and we can maybe discuss it on the Discord and watch it together, which would be really, really fun. The next one is to go on a picnic. There are a lot of picnics in a lot of LM Montgomery books. And it's the perfect time of year to be doing that. You could go on a picnic by yourself and bring a book. You could go with a friend, you could go with your family, however you want to do it. And maybe if you would like to, you can post a picture on social media and tag some of the hosts, but that is not a requirement or anything. But that could be a fun way to share you going on a picnic. The middle space is a free space, and the one after that is reading the group read, so that's pretty self-explanatory. The next one is to read a poem aloud, and this does not have to be a poem that Anne referenced. This could be any poem. You could read it to someone, you could read it by yourself, you could read it, however, but Anne loved to read poems out loud, and she's really not the only protagonist that really just enjoys literature and recitation. The next prompt is to share a picture of a stack of some of your favorite books. Like I said, there's just lots of literary reference in LM Montgomery's books, and a lot of LM Montgomery's protagonists are also imaginative and writers, and books really fuel a lot of that for them. So sharing a picture of some of your favorite books. And then the last prompt is to read a nonfiction either about LM Montgomery or something that was taking place in her lifetime. There are actually quite a number of really good, from what I've heard, LM Montgomery biographies out there. So I am planning to read an LM Montgomery biography, but it does not have to be a biography of her. It could just be something that is just related to or adjacent to some of the things that were happening while she was writing. So in addition to this fun bingo board and our group read and the Discord, we will also be having a couple of live shows. So first we're going to be having some reading sprints on my channel on May 13th. I think is a Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll just be getting together, just kind of reading. I'm sure some of us will be reading Kilmeny, but you do not need to be specifically bringing an LM Montgomery book to be participating in the reading sprints, but that will be really fun. And then we will also have a finale discussion of Kilmeny of the Orchard live on my channel at the end of the month on May 27th at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're participating, I would love it if you were able to join in on some of these live shows, because that would just be a fun opportunity to kind of discuss the book and discuss some other things and just be able to spend some time together, which will just be super fun. So I don't know about you, but I'm super excited for LM Montgomery, and I really hope that you are able to join in with us. Maybe read the group read or read something by LM Montgomery and just share your love of LM Montgomery with us. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like and also subscribe so you can continue to see more bookish content from me, and I will see you again next time.